was then chief of surgery out at Riverside Hospital. And what they would do, they would allow me to come and start operating sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning so that I would be finished and could get down to the legislature in time. Well, I thought that, okay, I'm here as a doctor and as a woman, and let me do some of the things. Let me accomplish some of the things that I think I can do. So the very first bill that I passed was a bill to honor 2 women who were responsible for the state of Tennessee being able to beautify the base of the Capitol, because at that time the base of the Capitol was up in storefronts and lean-tos and so forth. So what the women did, first they asked the state of Tennessee to purchase the land, and they wouldn't do it. So what these 2 women did, they were 2 wealthy women. They purchased this property parcel by parcel all the way around. And then they, what they did, they had a Capitol Beautiful something, an organization. And they just sat there and waited. And they paid the taxes on the property. And I got this idea from, let me see, her name was Davis. She was a, I guess, I don't know what you call it, but at any rate, she had a lengthy article in a paper one Sunday, which gave me that idea. Louise Davis, her name was. And so after a while, the state of Tennessee, I said the state of Tennessee woke up to its senses and understood that they needed to beautify the base of the Capitol. So that they started purchasing this land, and the first building to be put up there as a result of their action was the state Supreme Court. And all they had to honor these women was just a little brownstone plaque on the cornerstone saying about how they got this land. So the first thing I got up there, remembering what Louise Davis did, I said these women need to be honored better than they had been honored. So my first bill was a bill to rename the extension of 7th Avenue, which goes up into the Capitol grounds, and to rename that extension the Aiken Weekly Drive. And that bill passed. Well, I got real bold and brave. I said, if I could do that, I could do something else. So then the very next bill that I authored was a bill to say to the state of Tennessee that in the month of February, that the state of Tennessee would also honor Black Americans.
African-American history.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
And so that was set up, and it was, and I said as a reason for setting this time aside, so that it would give Tennesseans a chance to understand and to know African Americans. And I said that if you know a group of people and know where they came from, what they have been through and all like that, you may not fall in love with them, but you can never again hate them. And that bill passed. Well, then, of course, the next thing was my Waterloo. I decided that since I'm a surgeon and a physician here in the legislature, let me do something for my own profession. And that was in 1967. So I put a bill in the hopper that morning, really not knowing that I was opening Pandora's box, to say that the statute that we had in Tennessee said that abortions could only be legalized to save the life of the mother. So I added something to it. I said, let us legalize abortions, not only to save the life of the mother, but in cases of rape and incest. Well, you would have thought I opened up the gates of hell.
Well, you did. I think you did.
I remember Jim Cummings, who was Speaker of the House at the time, he came over to my desk that morning. He said, who told you to put that bill in the hopper? I said, well, Mr. Jim, nobody told me to put it in, but I thought I'd do something for the profession while I was here. He said, if you don't take that bill out of that hopper right now, this will be your first and last tour in the Tennessee State Legislature.
That threat?
Yeah, and believe me, it was. But they did me the dignity of allowing my bill to come out on the floor of the lower house one time for me to explain it, and defend it. The bill came to within 2 votes of passing. So now what we're dealing with on a federal level is the same thing. Not only to save the life of the mother, but in cases of rape and incest. And just think it went all the way back. I thought at the time that since the state of Tennessee had been last in so many things, let's let it be first in something. And that was what I did. And that was my last tour. But I did have a wonderful time in the legislature. I thought that in going to the legislature as a woman and as a black woman, that they were going to give me the business, but they didn't. Every one of those fellows up there helped me in every way they could help me. I didn't care whether they were a Republican or a Democrat. If I had a problem, I just went to them and asked them to explain it to me, and they did. And so that was one of the highlights in my life, that tour that I served in the legislature.
You know, there are certainly many, many more honors to come to you, Dr.